Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off our presentation today. We're starting with Unit 1, titled Big Changes in Reading. Over the next few slides, we'll explore some important shifts and new ideas in reading. So let's get started and see what this unit is all about. Let's take a closer look at the key skills we'll be focusing on today. First, we have predict. This involves using the pictures to get an idea of what the text might be about. It's a great way to activate your background knowledge before diving into the details. Next is read. Here, the goal is to go through the article carefully to find specific information. It helps us understand the main points and details. Then, we have deduce. This is about figuring out the meaning of new words from the context around them, which improves our vocabulary and comprehension. After that, we answer questions related to the reading. This step checks our understanding and helps reinforce what we've learned. Finally, we'll discuss the most important changes happening in Saudi Arabia. Connecting these skills to the overall theme, we're enhancing our ability to analyze, understand, and engage with the content about Saudi Arabia's transformation. These skills are essential for becoming more confident and effective readers and thinkers. Let's start our warm-up by reflecting on the incredible journey of Saudi Arabia since 1932. Over these years, we've seen some truly remarkable changes. What are the most significant developments in Saudi's progress? Well, first, the transformation from a largely traditional society to a modern, diversified economy. We've seen rapid economic growth, driven by oil but also increasingly by initiatives in technology, tourism, and infrastructure. Secondly, the social landscape has evolved dramatically. Education and women's rights, for example, have seen major advancements, opening new opportunities for many Saudis. Third, there's been a push towards Vision 2030, which aims to diversify the economy and reduce dependence on oil. This vision has sparked a wave of reforms and innovation. All these changes highlight how far Saudi Arabia has come, and they set the stage for our discussion today about its ongoing development and future prospects. These historical shifts are key to understanding the country's current trajectory and ambitions. Let's take a moment to explore some key vocabulary that underpins our discussion today. First, we have pillar, which represents a fundamental element or support for our initiatives. Then there's theme, the central idea or focus that guides our efforts. Transforming is all about change and evolution, which is essential for growth. We also have hub, indicating a central point of activity or connectivity. Vibrant describes something full of energy and life, which we aim to cultivate. Ambitious reflects our drive to set high goals and pursue them relentlessly. Enterprises are the businesses and organizations that embody our vision. Transparent highlights the importance of openness and honesty in our actions. Diversify encourages us to expand and vary our approaches and offerings. Lastly, thriving signifies success and vitality in our endeavors. Together, these words help us frame the overall theme of transformation and growth, emphasizing the dynamic and ambitious path we're on. They remind us of what we need to focus on to build vibrant, transparent, and thriving enterprises that can adapt and flourish in an ever-changing environment. Let's open our student's book to page 12. This page is important because it introduces key concepts that we'll be building on throughout the course. Take a moment to look over the content here. Notice how the information is organized to help us understand the main ideas clearly. As we go through this page, I want you to think about how these concepts connect to what we've already discussed and how they'll relate to upcoming topics. Remember, this is a foundation for everything else we'll explore, so paying attention here will really help you grasp the bigger picture. Keep in mind that understanding these points is crucial for your progress, so take your time to absorb the material. Before reading, it's really important to set the stage for what's to come. This slide is all about preparing your mind and your approach before diving into new material. When we say before reading, we're emphasizing the importance of getting ready mentally. This could involve previewing the material, setting clear goals, or activating prior knowledge. By doing this, you not only make reading more effective, but you also connect more deeply with the content. It's a way to make the reading process more intentional and focused, which ties into our overall theme of developing better reading strategies. So, before you start reading, take a moment to think about what you already know, what you want to learn, and how this new information fits into the bigger picture. This simple step can really enhance comprehension and retention. Today, we're looking at progress towards the future. As we explore this, think about how it connects to Saudi Vision 2030, which is really the guiding framework for the country's development over the next decade. This slide encourages us to predict what the content might include, and I can tell you, it's likely to cover the major milestones and strategic goals Saudi Arabia has set. We'll probably see emphasis on economic diversification, social reforms, and technological innovation. These are all key components of Saudi Vision 2030, aimed at transforming the nation. As we go through, keep in mind how these efforts are shaping the country's future and what progress has been made so far. This is all about understanding the journey toward a more sustainable and prosperous Saudi Arabia. Read along as you listen. This slide encourages you to follow the content carefully while I discuss it. The idea here is to reinforce understanding by engaging with the material actively. As we go through, I'll highlight the most important concepts so you can see how they connect to our overall theme. Remember, the key is to grasp not just the facts, but how they fit into the bigger picture. So, stay attentive, and let's connect these points to the broader ideas we've been exploring. This approach helps ensure the information sticks and makes the presentation more impactful. What is the gift that Allah the Almighty has given to our country, and more precious than oil? Well, it's something truly invaluable. It's our land, Saudi Arabia, which is known as the land of the two holy mosques. This is a gift that holds immense spiritual significance for Muslims around the world, as it is the birthplace of Islam and the home to the two holiest sites in Islam, the Masjid al-Haram in Mecca and the Masjid an-Nabawi in Medina. These mosques are not just religious centers, they are symbols of faith, unity, and devotion for Muslims everywhere. And what makes this gift even more special is that it unites millions of people across the globe in worship and reverence. So, while oil is a vital resource for our country's economy, this spiritual and religious heritage is truly more precious. It's a divine gift that shapes our identity and inspires us every day. It's a reminder of our deep-rooted faith and our responsibilities to preserve and honor this sacred land. So, why will we develop the economy? Well, one of our main goals is to encourage investment from other countries and international businesses. By doing this, we can attract more capital and expertise, which in turn helps generate jobs and boost our local industries. It's about creating a more vibrant, competitive economy that appeals to global players. This not only helps us grow, but also integrates us more deeply into the global market. Ultimately, developing the economy in this way supports our overall vision of sustainable growth and prosperity for everyone. Porque vamos a aprovechar nuestra posición geográfica. Bueno, nuestra ubicación estratégica puede ser una gran ventaja para mejorar el comercio y el transporte, tanto hacia nuestro país como desde él. Al estar en una posición clave, podemos facilitar rutas más cortas y eficientes, reduciendo costos y tiempos de traslado. Esto no solo beneficia a las empresas locales, sino que también nos conecta mejor con otros países y mercados internacionales. En el contexto de todo lo que hemos hablado, entender y aprovechar nuestra posición geográfica es fundamental para potenciar nuestro crecimiento económico y fortalecer nuestras relations comerciales. So, what are the three main themes that Saudi Vision 2030 is built around? First, we have a vibrant society. This means creating a community that is lively, inclusive, and culturally rich, where people can thrive and enjoy a high quality of life. Next is a thriving economy. This focus is on diversifying income sources, encouraging innovation, and expanding opportunities beyond oil to ensure long-term economic stability. And finally, an ambitious nation. This reflects Saudi Arabia's drive to achieve national development goals, modernize its infrastructure, and position itself as a global leader. Together, These themes form the foundation of the vision, guiding all efforts to transform the country and build a sustainable future. So, what is the government truly committed to? Well, at the core of their efforts is supporting families, because they recognize that strong families are the foundation of a healthy society. This support extends to ensuring the education and well-being of children, which are essential for their future success and happiness. By investing in these areas, the government aims to create an environment where children can thrive and families can feel empowered and supported. This commitment aligns with our overall goal of building a better, more inclusive community where everyone has the opportunity to succeed. So, why is it important for us to develop and diversify our economy? Well, the main goal is to create more job opportunities for our community and our people. When we expand and strengthen different sectors of our economy, we're not just growing numbers on a chart, we're actually enabling more individuals to find meaningful employment. This, in turn, boosts our overall living standards and helps build a more resilient economic foundation. Diversifying our economy also means we're less dependent on a single industry or resource, which makes us more adaptable to global changes and challenges. Ultimately, this strategy aligns with our broader vision of sustainable growth and a prosperous future for everyone. So, what is our third theme built on? It's fundamentally about having a responsible, transparent, and high-performing government. This means we're emphasizing the importance of accountability, making sure that government actions are clear and understandable to everyone. It also involves transparency, so citizens can trust that information is open and accessible. And of course, a high-performing government is one that delivers results efficiently and effectively, meeting the needs of the people it serves. All of these elements come together to create a governance model that is trustworthy, capable, and committed to excellence. This theme really ties into the overall vision we're working towards, building a better, more reliable public sector for everyone. So, let's talk about the overall theme of this text, which is really focused on the future of Saudi Arabia and its plans for development and growth. As we look ahead, it's clear that the country has a proactive vision for transforming itself into a more diversified and sustainable economy. This involves major initiatives to reduce dependence on oil, invest in new industries, and enhance infrastructure. You'll notice that these plans are not just about economic growth, but also about improving the quality of life for citizens, creating job opportunities, and fostering innovation. The emphasis is on strategic development that aligns with their long-term goals, such as Vision 2030, which aims to position Saudi Arabia as a global hub for business and culture. Connecting this to the overall theme of progress and transformation we've been discussing, Saudi Arabia's future plans demonstrate a strong commitment to growth that balances economic ambitions with social and environmental considerations. It's an exciting time, as these initiatives could reshape the country's role on the world stage. So, what are the three pillars of Saudi Arabia's vision for 2030? First, the country's strategic position at the heart of the Arab and Islamic worlds. This gives Saudi Arabia a unique cultural and religious significance, which we can leverage to foster stronger regional and global influence. Second, there's a strong determination to become a center for global business. This means opening up the economy, attracting international investments, and creating a vibrant environment for innovation and entrepreneurship. And third, Saudi Arabia is focused on transforming its geographical position into a true global hub. By connecting three continents, Asia, Africa, and Europe, it aims to facilitate trade, travel, and economic cooperation across these regions. Together, these pillars not only highlight Saudi Arabia's ambitions, but also align with the broader vision of diversifying the economy and positioning the kingdom as a vital player on the world stage. So let's take a closer look at the themes Saudi Arabia is focusing on as it builds its vision for the future. First, we have a vibrant society. This means creating a community that is lively, diverse, and inclusive, where people can thrive and enjoy a high quality of life. It's about fostering culture, innovation, and social cohesion. Next, there's a thriving economy. Saudi Arabia is aiming to diversify beyond oil dependence, encouraging new industries, entrepreneurship, and investments that will drive sustainable growth. This is crucial for long-term stability and prosperity. And finally, an ambitious nation. This reflects the country's drive to achieve big goals, innovate, and position itself as a global leader. It's about having a bold vision and the determination to turn that into reality. All these themes, social vibrancy, economic resilience, and national ambition, are interconnected and form the core pillars of the overall vision. They guide the country's development trajectory toward a more sustainable, prosperous, and dynamic future. Looking at this slide, I want to highlight how the words and phrases we chose reflect a very optimistic outlook for Saudi Arabia's future. Words like successful, determination, and nation's pride show a strong sense of achievement and confidence. When we talk about being committed and offering opportunities for all responsible, it signals a belief in inclusivity and shared growth. Terms like high-performing and future confident emphasize a positive trajectory, suggesting that the country is on a path of continuous progress. And phrases such as optimistic, huge promise, and great potential really capture the overall sense of hope and opportunity that exists for the future. These words are more than just positive language. They connect directly to the broader theme of transformation and ambition. They tell a story of a nation that is not only proud of its past achievements, but also eager and confident about what lies ahead. This outlook is essential as we consider Saudi Arabia's dynamic future. All right, let's move on to today's material. This slide shows the cover of your student's book, specifically page 13. As you can see, this page is important because it introduces some key concepts we'll be exploring together. I want you to pay attention to how the content on this page connects to the overall theme of our course, which is about developing critical thinking skills. Notice the layout of the page. There are headings, images, and exercises designed to engage you actively. These elements are there to help you understand the material more deeply and make the learning process more interactive. When you go through this page, focus on the main ideas and think about how they relate to what we've already covered and what we will cover next. Remember, this book is a tool to guide your learning, so take your time to absorb the information and reflect on how it applies to real-life situations. Keep this page in mind as a reference point, and don't hesitate to revisit it if you need clarification or a quick review. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. As we look to the future, our goal is to expand and develop our country to ensure that Muslims from all around the world can visit the holy sites more easily and comfortably. This means investing in infrastructure and facilities that support religious tourism and make the pilgrimage experience more accessible. At the same time, we want to develop our economy to attract investment from other countries and international businesses. A strong, thriving economy will create more opportunities for everyone and help us build a more prosperous nation. Our geographical position is a real advantage. We plan to leverage it to improve trade and transport links, making it easier to move goods and people both within our country and beyond our borders. This will help boost our trade and support economic growth. Supporting our young people is also a key priority. We need to help them find jobs and access training programs that prepare them for the future. By doing so, we ensure a skilled and motivated workforce that can contribute to our country's development. Finally, we aim to develop and diversify our economy. This means not relying on just one sector, but creating a variety of job opportunities across different industries. A diverse economy is more resilient and will benefit everyone by providing stable employment and long-term growth. All of these efforts are part of our broader vision to build a more connected, prosperous, and inclusive nation that respects our traditions while embracing progress. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. Let's take a look at the homework assignment for this session. First, you'll want to review the workbook, specifically page 223, where you'll find some useful exercises. For this particular content, exercise I I encourage you to focus on understanding the key concepts we've covered today. It's a great way to reinforce what you've learned and ensure you grasp the essential points. Remember, the goal is to connect these exercises back to the overall theme of our presentation, applying these ideas practically. By doing so, you'll deepen your understanding and be better prepared to implement these concepts in real-world situations. So, take your time with the homework and don't hesitate to revisit any sections that might need a bit more review. This step is crucial in solidifying your knowledge and moving forward confidently.